Okay, here's my holy crap solution to the radiator problem. I can't find any radiator shops that will help me willing to cut this down. So next best thing, I took the jigsaw with an aluminum blade and I literally cut from the top. I cut the rows off. So I stopped at the red line here. That's going to be my last good row. And then moving over to the other side, I did the same thing. I literally just cut these rows off down to the red line. At this point, I need to cut across the fins, and I'm gonna remove this whole section of the radiator. I'm leaving the side tanks intact because nobody's willing to help me with this. Nobody wants to weld a radiator, so I'm left to my own devices here. Anyway, let me come back here. I'm going to take the jigsaw here and literally just jam it in and do this. It's totally stupid, but this is how I'm going to get it done. Okay. Is that retarded or what? Okay, that's what I have. So I have a bunch of holes in my radiator there. My plan is, since nobody wants to weld the side tanks, just TIG weld these things shut. I mean, run a bead across each one and that'll be that. That's gonna go in on the bike and hopefully now it will clear the front wheel. That's the plan. This is what I'm doing. Is this retarded or what? I don't know, but now the radiator will tuck out of the way and clear the exhaust pipe, which is right there. So this is totally stupid, but anyway, I don't have any other choice. The front wheel hopefully will clear the muffler there, but it will no longer hit the radiator, which was the previous problem. When it was swung forward like that, no go. Cut the radiator out, clears. I hope that solves the problem. The TIG welds are the next challenge, but that's why I left extra material here. That essentially becomes the filler. This one's too close. I don't like that one. This one's good. See, it's got a lot of protrusion here. That can all get melted and become the filler metal. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, the other part is the core that I just chopped out. I need this top piece. This plate is going to reinforce the radiator. It also has the lower mount, so I kind of want to retain this and reuse it. So what I need to do here is just jigsaw and cut that piece off. Easy to cut through. The little veins are just oil essentially, so not difficult. Anyway, that will get my plate free and I can hopefully reuse it. That's the plan. Okay, I'm done with the jigsaw. This is what I have left, is my thin aluminum plate with the bracket on it. The idea is to weld this back onto the bottom rail of the radiator. Here's the radiator, and this is the plan, is to put the rail back on, beef up the bottom of the radiator a little bit, and also put the mount back on. There is a large gap here, which is problematic, but don't have a whole lot of choice. Just need to put some filler metal in there. Same thing, this side's a little bit better. And then I'm not sure if I don't think it should attempt to weld into this radiator core. I don't want to cause a leak. So anyway, this may be a little free floating, a little messy, maybe some adhesive or epoxy in there to reinforce it, may be a good move. Okay, here's my cutout piece. It is very large gap on one end, so I can butt it up. It looks good, but there's a huge gap on the other end. It's gonna need a chunk of metal or something to fill that. But that's kind of what I'm going for on the radiator here. This looks totally stupid, but it's my only option. Here's my radiator on the bike. This is stupid. Oh well. That much of the radiator is now missing. It fits in there, sort of, and clears things. From the front here, all that just to get the exhaust pipe to clear. Anyway, the line, I need lines here to connect these. That's what I have for the moment. Next challenge is getting the engine bolted up and see if I can get it to run. If it doesn't run, I got nothing. Here is the other side here. I don't have any lower mount yet, but that is what had to clear, was the collar for the exhaust. I need to go back up and tighten up the bolts here. The engine still moves around because I need to get a chain on so that I can try to bump start it, and I need to get the carb put back in.